For Liverpool, there is some certainty. We know that Jurgen Klopp is stepping away after this season. We know they have to fill their vacant sporting director position. So what are you hearing about Liverpool and what will be a busy summer for them?
Yeah, the first thing to say is that despite all of this talk about the manager and head coach, which I totally understand, the most critical appointment, and the first one, is the sporting director. And Liverpool would hope to make that, or at least have a clear direction of travel in the coming weeks, maybe early to mid-March time. So we're not far off, hopefully, knowing what will happen on that front. A number of names have been linked with this sporting director role. Michael Edwards, of course, continues to be admired by NBC Sports Group. He's politely declined the opportunity to return to Liverpool or even in an FSG role. But has John Henry finished scratching that itch that is Michael Edwards? Could he and Mike Gordon, the president of FSG, keep banging and ask one last time if Michael Edwards would come back? Let's see. There are other names who have been mentioned in the frame. There's a really impressive young sporting director at OGC Nice called Florent Gizolf. And also Ricky Massara, formerly of AC Milan, among a number of names who are just being touted because they are potential candidates for this absolutely crucial role. Now, at the same time, Liverpool will be doing background work on the managers so that whoever this sporting director is going to be, and by the way, I do think that sporting director will be given the power to lead on the managerial process and from Liverpool, as opposed to decisions being made out of Boston on behalf of FSG. But background work will be taking place on these managers to make sure that sporting director can hit the ground running. And that's why we see, of course, Xabi Alonso heavily linked, doing a great job at Bayer Leverkusen and has strong links to Liverpool. But it is not a foregone conclusion that Xabi Alonso is going to take this job. He may want to stay at Bayer Leverkusen. Bayern Munich wants him as well. Real Madrid are admirers. Does he stay put and wait for that opportunity to arise? And in the meantime, Liverpool will be compiling backup options, the like of Ruben Amorim at Sporting Lisbon. Julian Nagelsmann is being reported here in the UK. Amorim I hear great things about. They both perform really well on the data, and data is going to be key to this. Will Spearman, Liverpool's head of research, is integral to this process of appointing a new manager. And Liverpool will have to get a move on because other people, other clubs will be in the market for managers, for sporting directors as well. I would say that Liverpool have a good chance of getting it right. FSG have done a good job until this point, but don't underestimate the importance of it, and don't take Xabi Alonso to be a dead cert, because it might happen, but it's not there yet.
It's going to be a fascinating summer for Liverpool, an important one as well. David Ornstein, our Premier League insider.
Hi there, I'm Rebecca Lowe, studio host for NBC's coverage of the Premier League. Don't forget to hit subscribe to watch more videos all season long. And for even more Premier League content, from original series to live matches, head over to Peacock. And be sure to tune in for Premier League mornings every weekend on USA Network and on Peacock. We will see you there.